Right, welcome back guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is part 2 of the respray on the CB400 Superdream, and if you saw part 1, you'll see that was all about the preparation. Now this part 2 is going to be about the actual painting itself. So that's primer, metallic silver, which is the colour I'm doing on this job, and then the lacquer. So hopefully it goes well and we get some good results. So stay tuned, and here we go. So the next stage is the primer. So you join me now in my temporary spray booth / box, just to contain some of the dirt, just keep it out of the workshop, dust and dirt. So that repair worked well. We've shaken that for 2 minutes with the ball rattling. So we just need a light coat on this now, just a quick light coat, and then once it gets touch dry, which in this temperature it's about 16 degrees in here, it'll be probably about 10 minutes, and then I'll get a second coat on it. So there we go. So that will do for a light coat, just to give it a key. Let that settle. Right, that's a good 10 minutes now, that, and it's pretty much touch dry. So we'll give it a slightly heavier coat. Trying to keep it equal, working your way around seems to work pretty well. Like I keep saying, I'm no expert, hence the rattle cans. Reasonably happy with that first go at the primer, apart from, I don't know whether you can see it in this light, where I did that little fill there, you can just see there's a little bit of a wetness from the old paint. So I'm going to flat that off with some 800 grit wet and dry and give it another flash over, and then see if we can cover that. So yeah, 800, and then I'll just give it a gentle flash over, flat it down, a bit more water. Right. Right, let's dry that off. I'll give it a few minutes before I paint it. I'll get it stood in front of a blow heater, just dry it off fully. Last thing you want any moisture in there. Quite happy with that now. The fillings worked nice, and the primers worked good. So I'm going to flat that off with the P800 800 grit wet and dry. Flat that off, ready for the silver going on, metallic silver. we'll go dry it off and then we'll give it a quick light coat of the metallic silver. Right, so here we go for the metallic silver. 20 minutes touch dry, but apparently you've got to put what they call a dust coat on first. So quickly wang it over and then it'll just create a key apparently, and then you do a couple more coats, normal coats, leaving 20 minutes or so for it to be touch dry in between coats, and then 2 hours hardening time, which I'll probably leave that till tomorrow to do the lacquer coat, providing this goes well. Wish me luck. Right, I'll leave that for about 15-20 minutes and come back and do another coat. Right, so it's now the next day. We'll give that side panel silver, metallic silver, time to cure. I'm really happy with the results from a rattle can. I mean, it's limited to what you guys can see on there probably, but I'm really happy with that. So the next step on this panel for me is this section here is supposed to be black rather than the silver, so I'm going to mask this off with the old masking tape, cover the rest of it. I've just got a piece of plastic, just going to cover that, mask it all off, and then we'll do this in a gloss black. That takes a while to dry. That's going to be tomorrow before the next stage, which will be lacquering. Lacquer the whole thing. Hang tight. Right, time for the black paint now. We're masked off, no problem there. Just this section left exposed. So as per last time, can has had a good shake for 2 minutes with the ball rattling, and I'll give it a dust coat and then give it a couple of seconds and then give it its final coat. Right, spot of lacquer. Just a light dust coat. Right, leave that to cure, and then I'll do another coat in a few minutes. Right, so some considerable time has passed, and that is now I've got, I think, 3 coats of lacquer on there, and I don't know if you're picking that up with the camera, but that is pretty good results from rattle cans. I mean, I'm happy with that. Obviously that's just one side panel, the other side panels over there still curing. I did them at separate times. The rear piece that goes around the cowling that goes around the back of the seat, that's also done and complete. The tank, I haven't even took that off the bike yet, so I've got that to do. I'm going to rub that down. If I'm honest, I'm probably going to do most of that off camera, but you will see a little bit. I'll put some up, but it's pretty much the same process, I would think, but I'm expecting a whole lot more difficulty with that because it's such a bigger area, and it's going to take a lot more concentration and a clean environment to try and get that finish that's as good as this. I mean, if I can get it as good as that, happy days. So a few days have passed and I've been having a little go at this tank. This lime green colour is the filler primer. The yellow underneath, orangey yellow, that's also filler primer. It's just a different tin, same product. So you can see there, I've rubbed that down with a smooth sanding block, because I had like a ripple effect, so you could just see these grooves here. So the filler primer just fills those slight undulations in. As I keep saying, I'm learning this on the fly, so I'm just gonna, I can't show you everything because it's hours and hours of work, but basically, yeah, just keep on at it, and then I just sand it down with some 400 grit, wet and dry, and then I'm gonna go and give that another coat of filler primer, and then we'll have another go, see what it's like, and then just check in with this light. You know, you can see at angles where all the little dips are. If there's any major damage, you've got to use filler, but for these slight undulations or sanding marks, then this primer filler seems to be pretty good and adequate. I'm getting a nice smooth finish, so I'm going to give this another coat now. I'll just show you. I'll put a little bit on camera, but it makes a mess everywhere, so you don't need to see all of that. There's other videos out there showing you the correct ways of spraying and prepping. I've just shown really what I personally am managing to achieve. Hopefully this is as good as the side panels and that tailpiece, because I'm stoked with that. Right, let's crack on, get that paint on. Right, so after that bit of footage, just putting that primer filler on, even more time's passed, and I've had several goes at it, and I'm happy now with the overall finish. So I've done, as you can see here, there is a coat of the finish colour, the metallic silver on there, which is this Halford spray again, but I've
I'll show you around it in a sec, but I have given it another wipe over with some now then what I use, P800, just to, there was some where I could see there was some little scratches in the top, only minor, just from rubbing back. So I've just smoothed those out, and I'm going to start now putting more coats, building up these top coats of colour. Get that so that I'm happy with it. Once I'm happy with it, then we go on to the gloss top coat, the clear petrol resistant lacquer. So that side's not too bad. There was a couple of marks on the top there, but it's not looking too bad. You know, this is not a professional job. So there was just some little areas with some score marks just from rubbing down. So smooth them off, and we should go and give them a bit of a coating now. So we've given it one coat of the petrol resistant lacquer. I'm just going to keep building them coats up to a maximum of 3, which is what the tin says. Right, that's it. I'm going to end the video here, and hopefully that's been enjoyable or useful to some of you guys out there. So I'm quite happy with the way that paint's turned out. I think you'll probably agree, from a rattle can, so far it's going really well. In the next episode, the third and final one, I'll be applying the decals on top of the paint. We'll get those mounted, and hopefully everything goes well, and then get it back on the bike. So just a little footnote to this video, and all my videos really. I do want to say thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. So by way of appreciation, if you've enjoyed it, hit the like button. Please do hit the like button. It does help. It helps the channel. I just want to spread and maybe get a few more views. I'm not getting enough views really for the amount of hours that all this content does take. It costs a lot of money for the equipment, and the time it takes is quite a lot to put these videos together. So anyway, I'm rambling on. Now I'm going to ramble off. Thanks again, guys. All the best.